Let me why I'm here. Need to smell my flowers today. Let me why I'm here. Need to smell my flowers today. How can you cross me? I'm too real for that. Threw me to the wolves and then it turned me to a silver.
Turn your back on me.
Crazy.
Turn your back on me. You let me down.
Right there, they in the building. Oh, we got to share that. Joyce and Gibberish, What's up, everybody? Shout out to all of y'all for tuning in. Big Munchie on the check-in. And I'm here with Darlene Battle. What we call you in the street? Mama who?
Go.
Mama Skoonta. So real quick, I just want to get into how this whole thing took place because I didn't even know that the story was so good behind Scoot's life. My wife and I managed Scoot. He's our artist, one of the best I've ever had in my life, but he's awesome, fantastic. And so his lyrics are so painful. I mean, he cries, the crowd cries. Uh-huh. Everybody is crying when he's rapping.
No capping.
Yeah, and so I was like, damn, he can't be capping in this. And so as we was uncovering the lyrics and kind of going into everything, and he was kind of giving us your story and what you played in his life, the role you played in not only his, but your husband's.
Yeah.
I said, whoa, whoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the queen for real.
Oh, it's real deep.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you know, Darlene, Mama Scoot. Mm-hmm. You know, what do you want to hear?
I want to know about, I just want to hear about the gangsterness behind it all. To be honest with you, I have never in my life heard of someone with a gentleman for 35 years. Mm-hmm. No, right? 35 years, of which 15 you spent with him in the physical, out here in the real world. And then the other 20, you've been back and forth, going to visit him, side by side, getting the packages out.
Yeah.
If we really talk about the almost 20 years he's been incarcerated, have you ever, I just want to start with this because I really want y'all to understand her dedication so you can understand why we're even sitting here. This is not everything. I heard they lost a lot of pictures, right?
Yeah.
Scoot said y'all lost a lot of pictures.
Fire.
This is his mom. This is Mama Scoot, the Darlene Battle, visiting her husband for 20 years. No other relationships. She was keeping it emotionally together with him. Yeah. Raising, how many kids you guys have? 2.
Well, I had a stepson I took care of for a long time. So he has an older brother. Yeah.
So taking care of 3 kids, he's in and out of incarceration. You holding it down like crazy. I kind of want to get a little bit into this. So, like, how did you guys meet? Let's go real early on in this thing.
Oh, God. How did we meet? Actually, I met him through a sister, which I'm still friends with to this day. Mm-hmm. I was friends with her, and she used to tell me how he used to say how he going to get me. And, that's your little brother. Please, I ain't thinking about him. But things happened. He actually went to jail at that time. I wasn't even with him then. He was in jail. So when he came home, we ended up working it out in 1990s when we started.
So what, the swag was there? You seen him and what?
He treated me like a gentleman. I mean, like a queen. Took care of me from day one to now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Scoot was even telling me, like, even from in there.
Yeah.
Y'all was always okay.
Mm-hmm. Always.
So you haven't wanted for anything for the 35 years you've been with this man?
No.
When did his incarceration begin?
Well, I can say, was it 1999? Yeah, 1999.
That was the first bid that you started with him?
Yeah, the first long one, yeah. 11 years and 9 months.
So when you say long one, can we get into that real quick? Because I would like to understand, because I'm married to my spouse. We've been together for 21 years. So I'm thinking, we together. Mm-hmm. I'm now hearing today that she's going for 11 to 12 years. What shows up inside of you in that first week or two as you're trying to figure out how to maneuver without your best friend? What does this feel like in these first 2 weeks?
It's heartbreaking. I mean, because you're emotionally messed up in the head because you're so used to that man laying beside you every night, and now you know he's not going to be there for a long time. But, it took me a little while, but with my family support, I was okay. As long as I'm able to see him and talk to him, yeah, that works.
And when you say with your family support, Nobody in the family was like, are you really about to do 12 years with this guy? Did you have a kid
Absolutely.
with him? Were you pregnant yet at this point when he went and did the first
I
kid?
was pregnant, yeah. No.
Did you already have?
Oh, no. 5 and 7. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the kids, all right, we
Yeah,
got
yeah, they was
toddlers
here.
and so forth.
5 and 7.
Okay, and so what was that like? What did you tell them? What did you tell your kids when he left?
Well, I tried to. Well, this is genius over here. I told them that I had to go away to take care of a patient, and I'm going to be gone for a long time. So I guess he kind of worked. He fell for it for a minute till my mom brought him to see me, and he looking around like,
Wait, no, baby, don't skip and go to you. That's a whole nother bit.
Oh, okay.
What? No. Oh, wait, you telling my tea? Mom, I'm just trying to figure out where you going with this narrative.
Sorry.
It get juicier. She trying to play this game.
game.
How did you deliver the news to Shawnice
Sure.
and Sean Quay to let them know that their dad was going to be gone? Because this is their first time seeing their dad, leave as well. They experienced that at this point.
Well, they was kind of young. They understood, but it was like, okay, mommy will be okay. Because I always took care of them. So, I mean, it didn't really affect them too much after a while. Sean Quay, he a little bit more closer to his dad, so he would get
He was feeling
emotional.
it.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, so, of course, he's been raising Sean Quay behind bars when he's home. I wonder, why do you think every rap that your son writes has to at least have one line about his dad? And he never even mentioned his dad's name. He says, my dad. This big man says dad in every verse.
I know.
Every song. Why?
He just loves his dad, and he wants his dad here. So, I guess his therapeutic for him to kind of throw him in everything he do. That's what he does with almost every song.
He takes you guys so serious.
Yeah.
He takes you guys so serious behind the scenes. Like, so when you're not in the room, you're in the room.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're trying to have a little moment with the da-da-da, and I'm like, yo, we about to do X, Y, Z. He like, Munch, we can't chill yet. I'm like, what you mean we can't chill yet? He like, my mama's still wiping ass, and my dad's still behind bars.
Oh, my God.
I can't be chilling.
He's crazy.
That's a waste of time. You guys did a great job with your children.
I hear that all the time.
Even though one was more physically present than the other, how did y'all manage to parent so good with the separation that you guys have and the distance?
Well, I try to make it still seem like he was here in a way because, like I said, we would go see him, like had a routine of going to see him. This one would stay out all night, so he couldn't go because he didn't want to get up early.
Right.
But, bringing him to go see him, writing him, talking to him a lot on the phone, telling him what he should do, what he shouldn't do. And, if he got in trouble, I would explain to his father about it, and he'll talk to him, whatever. But, I mean, it worked. We ain't had a choice but to make it work, and it worked.
Talking about making it work, right? From what I hear, because I heard your story too. Apart from school, and I heard about your story in the street.
What story?
Who you are, Mama School. It was. Yeah, honestly, I had to say damn because my mother was a hustler. She did what she did in the street, so I come from that life. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, so I overstand. And so you didn't have the same situation as mine. You wasn't on drugs or anything, but to me it sounded like you was addicted to the father.
Oh,
like he was your drug.
Yeah.
That was your drug of choice, if we will. So that kind of kept you tied to the streets. That was your way in. And so I heard something took place, right? Where cops were involved. And at this point, your husband isn't here. He's outside, for example, but you're home. And when the cops come, there's a scenario that takes place, but now you leave. They arrest you, correct? Without going into the story, you get arrested when they come to your house, right? There's a raid or something like that. You get arrested?
One of them, yeah.
One of them, right?
One of the raids.
So
we had 3 of them.
So there was multiple raids. No, the raid, Theo ain't fucking around. So what Laurel says, my girl, what she said, best ass wiper out there. She's called you the best ass wiper out there.
That's my coworker, Laurel. Be quiet.
Goddamn, Laurel.
Oh my God. I'm going to get you, watch.
So now the raid takes place. This first raid is the raid where he got that 12 years, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is the raid where He's not home, so because it's you're
I was home. I was home. You can talk about it.
Okay, cool. So whatever takes place, you get arrested. They was gonna give you the time, even though whatever was in the situation wasn't even yours.
Right. They was supposed to be mine because I was there.
And you was gonna do what? Were you gonna take that time for him?
I wouldn't. Let me reiterate that because
help me out.
It's not that I would take that time. He wouldn't let me take that time. He will take that time.
So here, let me clear it up for y'all a little bit. If hopefully I'm clearing it up correct. So there's a raid. The father isn't home. The mother is home. So of course, because she's home, then it's yours. Whatever I'm looking at is yours. That's what the cops say. Correct. So now she gets arrested. Whatever the time is supposed to be for that, they want to give all that time to her. He's not here, so this is all yours. The father, you guys start talking, and he connects with you. And what does he tell you?
He told me to tell on him.
Did you?
I mean that because it's like the movies when they have you in that interrogation room and they screaming over you. It's real. That's what they were doing to me, and I needed to talk to him. So he told me to tell him.
How did you even get to talk to him?
They let him call me.
Wow.
Through a regular phone.
And I'm surprised they would even do that because at this point, if I was them, I wouldn't even want y'all to be able to have a conversation.
No, it was on speaker.
Wow.
It was They let him call me on speaker, and he told me, tell him everything, and just, I love you.
So you told him everything?
Everything I knew.
And then that got you, what kind of sentence did that get you? Because they didn't let you off the hook. They arrested him, of course, and he did the 12 years, but you didn't get off the hook.
No.
So you had to do time.
Yes.
What did that look like? What was that sentence?
We were both in the jail at the same time.
And you did how much time?
9 months.
So they gave you pretty much a year?
Yeah, a year and a day, so.
Oh, that's some gangster shit. You was in there with Amy Fisher and them?
Nah.
No? I thought she was in there with Amy.
No,
All right.
Amy.
All right, well that's okay. Yeah. This is your first bid. Only bid probably, right?
Oh yeah, only.
What was it like walking into that jail when the gates closed and you like, I'm doing a bid for Master C?
Listen, I mean, honestly, I had to turn myself in. And I went with my sister. Love you, G, if you're watching. Went my sister and her friend, they dropped me off, and I went in there. But after 2 weeks, that's when I broke down. Looking out the window, it was raining, and just got, this feeling came over me. I just lost it.
And and the crazy thing is, you wasn't, even though you was side by side with him in the street, you wasn't no
I always worked.
So you always worked, always had your kids.
Yes.
So you being behind those bars and it's raining.
It was different.
And you probably had an umbrella over Sean Quay and Shawnee's. You probably looking like,
Mm-hmm.
What type of shit is this?
Yeah, it was real.
So when your kids first visited you, what was that like?
Oh man, that was horrible. That was horrible.
In what way?
Just looking at my kids because the way they was dressed was terrible. But I love my mother to death. Please.
Tell me about that. So you had them. They was always swagged out.
Oh yeah, I always try my.
What did they look like? What was you like? Damn.
I can't even remember what Sean looked like. Sean Quay the one stuck out for me.
Sean Quay,
he
Scoot
stuck out.
Don took it out for you?
No, he stuck out the most. I don't even remember.
What he had on?
He had on a black turtleneck with a football logo on it right here. It was all tight, and he had some uniform pants that was high water. I was like, oh my God, look at my kids. But bless my mother heart, she took care of my kids.
And that's what I was going to ask you, because like, what did your support system look like along the way? So you had your mother there to help y'all.
My mother and my aunt moved in, and they,
Oh, hold on. Shawnee says, shout out to Grandma.
Grandma Jackie, we love you, baby.
Oh, she right here too. I guess Grandma Jackie probably watching.
Well, no, that's Shawnee's.
Yeah, but she's saying she's right here.
Shout out.
Scoop, please Grandma. Mind your business, baby. So, like, as far as your support system and them encouraging you, how did that make you feel? Were you surprised that they came through the way they did?
No, because my mom was already there, but my aunt moved in to help her because, like, them kids was a mess. So she stuck around and she stayed until I got there. So
let's go back to you crying in the cell when it was raining. How did you keep yourself together emotionally?
I mean, I just laid on my back and I just let it all out. And after that, I was fine.
Did any day while you were in there, and be honest, did you ever take out your frustrations on another inmate?
No, I can't recall doing that. Because believe it or not, people in jail are some of the nicest people. And I didn't have a reason to take nothing out on nobody. No, I didn't do that.
Where did you do time at?
Jamberry.
What was it like out there? Like Hicksville? I don't know. I've never been arrested in my life.
It's federal. That's federal. Mm-hmm. It was not bad.
I got a real good question for you. Because by the time you came home, right? So you come home, he still has 11 more years to go. Mm-hmm. You guys do a bid together, but you're only doing 9 months. He's doing 12 years. Mm-hmm. Why on earth, and God forgive me, why didn't you consider walking away at that point? Why did you want to sit and do 11 and a half years with him out there, in there, and you out here without living your life?
All I can say to that is that I was invested in him, and he was invested in me, and I felt like we was one. I didn't never ever see me with anybody else or without him. You know, that's just my mindset, and that's how it's always been.
So y'all are the real life Bonnie and Clyde of New Haven, Connecticut. Is that right to say?
I mean, you could say that. Everybody know us. Everybody.
So what does marriage mean to you as it relates to being incarcerated? Like,
Well,
'cause how do you maintain a healthy marriage from both sides of the bars?
Well, first of all, you gotta have loyalty. You know, that's a big thing. I don't know. I just stay into him. Like, I think of him all the time. Give me a minute.
That's okay. Talk to me. I want to know. Because this is deep. Guys, this is not easy. In the comments, comment 6 women that you know right now that's going to do a 20-year bid with somebody. Stay this loyal, hold down all those kids, go to work every single day, wipe ass when they do not want to, cook for kids, make sure grandma is straight, and now she has grandchildren. And she's still going to maintain those visits. She still keeps money on this man's books. He still has clothes while he's in there, and he's eating love. I'm going to get into a story where she overly tried to feed him, but it went south when they was in the jail. But we'll get into that. But, like, how do you stay like, what are you doing to keep yourself healthy emotionally?
Well, I work. That's my therapy. I like to stay busy. I don't like to not work. I like to work 3 jobs. Mm-hmm.
3 jobs?
Yeah.
So when he say wipe ass, all of the 3 jobs entail wiping ass?
Just 2 of them.
What's the third one? Somewhere you gotta be chilling.
I clean a bar. No.
Please let Mama Scoot speak. She's doing an excellent job. This is the minding our business.
Yeah, we got a cleaning company, and I been cleaning it. When he was home, we did it together, and since he's been gone, I've been doing it.
Y'all been hustling together?
Of course.
Damn. Mm-hmm. What's the most amount of money y'all made together? Real quick, hurry up. Don't think twice about it. I need to know. Come on, tell me the money.
Oh, God, thousands.
Come on, Ma. Give me some numbers, baby. I know he hit it big.
Nah, that's him with the money.
All right, how much you think you seen? How much you think you see on your eyes visually right now? Visually right now, Ma, I know you see some bread.
200,000.
Damn! Leo hit it. Theo hit it again. I called him Leo. Theo hit it again. Goddamn, that shit took all the saliva out my mouth.
Yeah, I seen a lot of money in my time.
How much did you spend on the bag, max?
A bag?
Yeah.
$1,400.
Did he ever, was he a pocket watcher? So like if he had money out and you wanted to go do what you wanted to do, was he capping that or was there no boundaries? Because he could trust you like that?
Yeah, because like we went to go get a Louis bag, a bag, and I thought it was cheaper than what it was. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. He bought it anyway.
Wow.
$1,400 bag. That bag right there. And I still got it. Survived the fire and everything.
What? Mm-hmm. Tell me about the fire. You got a fire? There goes
Oh,
Scoop.
this one.
There goes Scoop. You know, and that's a superstar for you. Because he is a superstar. But like, you know, in his physical absence, right? Because, me, I haven't, for 21 years, I've not had a negative space in the bed. Mm-hmm. So if I roll over, bow, I'm gonna bump right on her.
Right.
And I'm good, because that's how I think a study showed too that, you know, when it comes time to like sleep, a lot of people who have sleep issues, they don't have like that significant other in the bed. And when you have that helps bring you to a better state of calmness, get you going to sleep faster. How do you sleep? Are you sleeping good for 20? Have you slept good in these 20 years?
No, absolutely not.
How long does it take you to go to bed?
Maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Longer than normal?
Of course. But I don't get much sleep, though. That's the problem.
But if he was in the bed,
Oh, please.
you'd be snoring.
Uh-huh. Laying on him.
And look how you smiling. You looking forward to it. Calm down, babe.
No, he's funny.
I know, but you gotta calm
Okay,
down.
I'm sorry.
It's like the way you laughing about it is crazy.
That's love.
Yes, man. I can't wait till
I'm
he
mad
come
you
home.
can't see this because sis is thinking about daddy.
No,
okay?
seriously.
And
It's
no
been a
shade.
long time, man.
It's been a long time. As we continue to talk, all I'm gonna do is keep bringing up these pictures so that y'all can see. But like with all these pictures, right? I know. Did you ever go to see him during Christmas or you know any of the Muslim holidays? I'm quite sure by now he's a Muslim brother. Or am I wrong? He didn't. No Muslim or Islam nationals. None of that.
He's a Hebrew.
The Nation of Islam.
Hebrew.
Okay,
Hebrew.
all right. Because what I'm thinking is like, how do you guys handle celebrating holidays? Like, what does that look like for y'all?
Well, send him a card, wish him Merry Christmas or whatever the holiday is. But that's the only way we can do it. I mean, what else is there to do?
No, I'm just saying, like, are you?
He makes sure I'm straight because he have Sean Quaid, get me stuff, and I appreciate it because he always want to make sure I'm good.
What about the very first Valentine's Day when he come home? And he's
Actually, that's
like,
the-
have you
that's
imagined
our-
that where you don't have to get the gifts from Sean Quaid?
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I picture a lot. I just want to travel and just live the rest of my life out just doing everything I possibly can.
If you could literally tell him about a vacation you want to take when he comes home, right? Where you want to go with him? And what y'all gonna be doing when y'all get there?
I want to
Apart from other things.
I want to actually go to an island like Bermuda or something like that. I've never been there. I've been to Hawaii, Jamaica, but yeah.
So you want to go to Jamaica or
No,
Hawaii?
I've been there.
Okay.
I've been both of them places, so maybe like a cruise or something like that.
And y'all gonna wear matching outfits. I just want to picture what this gonna look like. Because
Probably not
I
going
think
that
this gonna
far.
be cute. When I looked at some of the pictures of him, because I wound up going through your page to look through. For one, y'all are so cute together.
Oh, thank you.
Y'all swagged out. It looked like y'all coordinate a lot. Is that what y'all do? Like y'all a couple that coordinate?
Not really. It's just sometimes happen like that, but no, we don't do that.
And the swag just be
Yeah,
happening?
I guess.
Okay, so it's just all magical.
Yeah.
So do you think that your marriage has strengths that other marriages don't? Because of how you guys had to handle your marriage?
Just elaborate a little bit.
So when I say strengths, do you think that you guys have like certain strengths or a bond or a level of togetherness that other relationships don't because of the nature of your relationship and how it's going?
Well, yeah, I think it got to do with trust. That's something because if he don't trust me, he's gonna really like get on my nerves every day. But he seems to be getting better because at first he was terrible with it, but now.
And what does that look like? So what, like he would call you, for example, and like if you didn't answer, he felt like he was doing something?
That, yeah. And like he always like listening to my back. Who's that? He's just very nosy. he want to know who in the background. Like, listen to me, man.
So when it comes to like your family dynamic or what have you, I was listening to some of like school stories, and it seems like you guys had like a lot of like major moments and milestones together that y'all did celebrate in the free world. Mm-hmm. So if you can go back to a time where y'all just had a beautiful day together, what was that what did that look like for y'all?
I'm trying to remember.
It's been that long?
Yes, honestly.
It's been that long.
Mm-hmm. Maybe amusement park.
I noticed when he came back from COVID, he was out during COVID.
Yeah.
So when I looked at the pictures from 2020?
Yeah.
Or 2019 to like 2020?
Yeah.
He was home.
2018, 2019.
And so during that COVID window, y'all was together. How much intimate time did y'all get before he got arrested again?
I'm confused with that one.
So he was out for 2 years, right? During COVID. I seen some COVID pictures.
Yeah, but he was out. He'd been out.
Right. So how long was he out at that
like
point?
7 years.
And then
8 years.
About 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
And then he went back in for how long? How long has this been here?
Right now, it's almost 5.
And he should be getting out in?
End of this year.
I know you can't wait for that.
No, I can't because I didn't come in this marriage for this. to be like, doing it. So, it's a lot. And I
If
don't
he were to
think
get
nobody
arrested
can do
again, would you do another bid with him? That's an honest
it.
question.
No, I will not.
Even though you've done all these stretches, because now we've in our latter years.
No, I will not. I'm 54 years old.
Why
and
not?
Because I can't do this no more. It's already a lot right now. I can't see myself doing it again. Mentally, physically,
It's too much.
it's too much. It's too much.
Do you?
I take care of him. I mean, which I have no problem with because he took care of me faithfully. And I love him dearly for that. He did everything for me. That's why I'm here with him, because our love is, it's just that strong for me. I guess the way he treated me, he was out there, dealers, they're out in the streets doing whatever, but he still came home and took care of me. And I love him for that.
Now, okay, cool. So let's stay there because you say he did his little things in the street.
Uh-huh.
If he had to do exactly what you're doing, the way you're doing it, do you think he would have done it this way? Do you feel like that level of loyalty, commitment, faithfulness, he would have extended that same grace to you honestly?
Right now, yeah, I think he would. The person he is now.
But all
That
right,
person before,
But back then, no. So like
No,
every time you did a bid from start to finish, he probably wouldn't have done it nearly as
Well, men are different.
faithful as you would have.
Men are different.
And so you wouldn't even expect that of him.
No, not really.
If he would have
But
answered that question, what you think he would say?
Well, if he do it for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would.
I wish I could ask him that because me personally, I would love to know what he would say about that.
Yeah, he would. I'm pretty sure. I ain't no doubt about it.
So where do you draw your strength from?
Oh, my kids, they support me, especially my granddaughter. And I get a lot of love from everybody, Nobody judge.
Nobody's judging you?
No, my family. I don't care what the world think.
I see you guys have a really good support system, and it seems like a lot of people in the town know you guys.
Yeah.
What was it like being known like that back then? Because it seems like popularity-wise, you guys didn't have a problem with that.
Well, we was humble about it. Wasn't all big-headed about it, even though I got a big head, but we wasn't. We took it how it came.
So the
cool.
saddest part about y'all story, because I felt like y'all was about this close to making it.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Because Scoot was like, I was like, because I asked him, I says, what inspires you to write, to do music? He's like, oh, my dad. Because my dad got, he was signed to LL. He had a song, it was a Deep Blue Sea.
He got it's still to this
On
day
the
it's on the
soundtrack?
soundtrack. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so I was just like, wow, like that's insane.
Yeah.
He was like, my dad came home one day looking all fly. He told me to come outside, like, yo, son, we made it. He was like, literally, like in the 24-hour window, my dad was gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you went from feeling like life was about to change to life really changing in a whole nother way.
In a whole bad way.
And that had to be devastating.
It was terrible. And that comes in with the part of being addicted. It was an addiction for him. But he came to terms with that now. And I can hear the difference in him, and I know he's going to come home and he's going to legally do what he has to do to make sure I'm good and he's good and everybody else is good. That's the type of person he is. He's a giver, take care of everybody.
That's probably where Scoop gets it from because, like, I listened to how you guys have parented him as he explains it to me. And, like, so if I didn't know Scoop, well, before I really got a chance to know him, I thought Scoop was like a beast, just somebody who probably was, like, angry. Because he doesn't, you really can't read his face or what have you. And didn't really think he joked a lot or had any clown or any of that in him.
Straight clown.
Yeah, and he really is. So it's like, you guys raised a gentle giant. So in some capacity, the father has to be somewhat like that. Am I wrong?
Oh, no, he is like that. He is, absolutely. He's a good man.
Do you see a lot of your son? Like a lot of your husband and your son? Do you see that?
Mm-hmm. Every day.
Every day? And how does that make you feel? Because the crazy thing is like, and that's what I like, he's incarcerated, so he's not physically out here, and he still has made such an impression on the kids that you still get to see a lot of his ways in them.
Yeah.
And which speaks a lot to your parenting.
Yeah. They love their father. I always made sure they seen him every chance I could between working and like I was working 11 to 7, like he said in his song, and they was over there wilding. Yeah, but I always worked 2 or 3 jobs.
So there was a real heartfelt story that Scoon had shared with me. He said you guys were traveling for hours to go see his dad, and I guess it was already known when you guys would get to the facility that what is that? I don't really know much about jail, so like I guess when you go into the room to like have the snacks or what have you, that you guys were like the family that would fill up the snacks in the room. Like he just had everything microwaved the way he wanted and all that.
Yeah,
so Scoon said that he liked it crispy, so y'all had extra time at the microwave, which is what y'all was doing. And so he said y'all prepared everything for him, had all the snacks laid out, and yous were waiting in there and then waiting, and then found out what?
He was in a hole. And we couldn't see him. And we drove all the way to the end of the Jersey Turnpike and then had to drive another hour and a half. It was terrible. I cried so bad. Oh, man. My kids said, it's all right, Mom. It's all right. But it wasn't all right. But I got over it,
So what did it feel like? Because he said, Munch, he said, I watched my mother and she was so mad. He said, so I guess him and his sister decided to pass
gave all the people
the food and stuff around to all the other inmates. So watching your kids do that in real time.
Yeah,
because that's a movie. That's a motion picture right there in my mind. Watching them do that, what were you thinking?
I was proud of them because, we got a phone call.
Who that?
That's Master C.
Who is that? Master what?
From
Turn that speak up. That's his father
an
calling.
incarcerated individual at Cybulski Correctional Institution. This
Oh!
call is not private. It will be recorded.
We
and
got
may be
Master
monitored.
C in the building, y'all.
This should be a private
It's
call.
about to get
Please hang up
dark.
and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept
Wow.
this, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hey, boo.
Hey, what's going on?
You tell me.
Is this Master C?
Yeah, what's going on? Who this?
You on the podcast, boo.
Hey,
She
yo,
gotta
Master C, what you mean who this? This Big Bunchy on the check-in, baby. This your son manager. How are you?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm grateful for y'all helping Scoop Don out, man. The next top rapper in the world right now.
There you go. I was just talking about you because it's funny. We were just talking about that moment where I think you were in the box and they went to go visit you and they had to give the snacks away to all the other inmates. So I was asking your wife, how did that feel, watching her kids give those snacks away as she had to realize she wasn't gonna see you that day, traveling all those hours.
Yeah, I was in Ferguson jail at the time, and me and my boys, man, we was smoking some weed, and they gave us a urine. They gave us a urine test, and mine came back dirty. So she had came to visit me and didn't know that I was gonna go to the hole. And by the time she get up there, they tell her she couldn't come and visit me, man. That really fucked me up as well.
I'm quite sure it did. And shout out to Carlos, because I hang out with Carlos a lot. I didn't even know that was your brother. So very small world. Y'all look alike now that I see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
What's up, man?
and he's like family, man. He's a good dude. I asked your wife a really good question that I want to ask you. Is it okay to ask you this question?
Yeah, you can ask me whatever you want to ask me.
So your wife told me you guys been together for 35 years, of which 15 of those years you guys spent out in the physical free world, but the other 20, she's went to go visit you. She's done it faithfully. She's done it with grace. She's missed you every second along the way. I asked her, I says, do you think if the shoe was on the other foot, would he have done that same thing for you twice, faithfully and with grace the same way you did? She said I'd have to ask you.
Okay, I can say this, man. I love my wife dearly, right? But I think she's special. Like on some real stuff, man. Like I don't think nobody would sit around and wait for nobody like that. And that's why I married her when I came home, because I know that she deserved it, man. I know that, you don't find people like that that give us their life and yours, man. And to ask me would I do that for her now, I would say yeah. But back then I did not know. Now I would because I know now that I know that she would do it for me. But back then I wouldn't know. You know what I'm
Master
saying? So I'm
C,
not gonna.
she said exactly what you just said, or my mother, may she rest in peace. She know you.
She said that.
She said the you now, she said the version of you now would more than be able to do that. She go, but the old Master C was a snake in the grass.
Oh yeah, I was. You know, when the speech get a hold to you, you know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot of things. It comes with a lot of money, a lot of women, and stuff like that. And
That's what I was saying.
I was a little blessed because, you know what I'm saying, I got a record deal with LL Cool J, so I was around a lot of beautiful women, man, but not at one point in my life, man, did I ever think about letting my family go for nobody. And I really believe that now, to this day, man, that when I be seeing cats and stuff like that, and they be having these beautiful women, I be like, well, what about your wife, though? And they just be like, you know, I don't know, man, like, I can't see me losing my wife ever. That's like my other half.
And I love that for her because I looked at her. I says, honestly, Ma, if he went in jail one more time, would you do another bid with him? And I love this for her. She said, absolutely not. No more.
And I agree because I ain't gonna never come back to you either.
Damn, y'all so gangster. Look, I'm trying to start trouble and y'all just giving it up same way. I don't like this.
No, I'm never messing with that street life again, man. You know what I'm saying? I have my fun times, you know what I'm saying, but more worse times than fun. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm older and wiser, like I got big plans, man, and I'm just grateful, man, that everybody that's in my life, and I'm also grateful for y'all, man, that's helping my son out, because I do believe, man, that school's the next one. I really do believe that when I listen to a lot of rappers, man, I feel myself more than I feel anybody. It's not just because
Yep.
Boo, fix your phone, boo. Fix your phone.
Your son, see you. I wish I could show you in real time, but when you come out, you'll see all the videos that you've been missing out on. And when he's in the room and he's performing, everybody has chills. Old ladies, young babies, middle age, whatever it is, they getting chills in the room. And I want to ask you this question, right? Because he was telling me a little bit about y'all, you know, y'all story together before you went in, like the day of the raid. So you can hear me?
What you say again?
So the day of the raid, I want to take you back to the day of the raid when you and Skunta Don was actually in the hotel room. Is that okay to do?
Yeah, I can talk about that.
So, and this is very brief. We're not going to get into a lot of meat and potatoes. It was more like that last conversation. He looked at me. He was almost crying. He was like, Munch, I get in the room because my dad, you know, he wanted to talk to me. And he looked at me and was like, son, it's over. It's over. They got me. I need you to take care of your mother. I need you to do everything I told you. You know, everything I taught you to do. This is on you. And I said, Scoon, how that made you feel? He said it made me feel like I had to do what he said he did, what he wanted me to do, and I did just that. But what I'm asking you is, when you was saying that to your son, what did that feel like as you was releasing those words out of your mouth, telling him, it's over, son, they got me? Because you know tomorrow you might not see him. What did that feel like for you?
I felt like the worst man on the planet, man. Here I am coming home, already done put my family through this stuff, and here I am doing the same thing again, getting put back in the same position. So when I told him that, I kind of felt like, you know what I'm saying, I felt lesser than a man. That I got to pass down our responsibilities to my son to handle the family, man, and when I get a little emotional even talking about that, because that moment sticks with me a lot, because seeing my son, you know what I'm saying, and he stopped doing what he was doing and turned around and come to see what was going on, and then I'm telling him that it's over, I can see in his eyes like, damn, Dad, you let me down again. And that really messed with me right there. You know what I'm saying? So just thinking about that really touched me a lot. I just can't wait to get home and prove myself to my wife, my children, my family, and friends, man, that it's a different me.
Let me tell you something. That boy love you so bad. We could do a twerk song. We could do a drill song. We could do a song for line dancers. For some reason, I don't know how he could fit a line in that says "Free my dad." I said, Stink, this ain't about free your dad. He like, nah, I'm doing this for my dad. Everything is about free my dad.
Hey, to be honest with you, I promote my son in jail more than ever. Like, they got this show that comes on TV. I think it's kind of off because it doesn't show videos no more. But I be having like the whole jail, like watching it, waiting to see my son. And I just found out that the show is just showing up for reruns, so that's why I don't see it. But that's and I don't have any favorite child, but if I had to pick one, it'd be school. And the reason why I say that is because me and him is the most tightest. My daughter, she's the precious one, and my oldest one, man, me and him and his mother's not together, so we kind of like got a little distance, but he's still my first son, and I love him to death. But the most closest one to me is Scoop, man. Like, he kind of played the father role when it comes to my life as well, because I wouldn't have shaped up if it wasn't for him. You know, to see him
He love you, baby.
things that he's doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
and to see him accomplishing the things that he's doing right now, and when I cheated on his mom, and he checked me, I wasn't prepared for that.
He told me,
You know what I'm saying?
yes. He said, I told him, yo, you play my mother, you could forget about me. Is that the line he gave you?
Yeah, that's the line he gave me, and that, you know, to be honest with you, I love my wife, but my son not being in my life, man, will mess me up, man, because I don't want him to go through what I've been through.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying, without a father being around, and that's like something that I go through to this day, so I won't want that for him, man, and I just can't wait, man. I know this thing gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen, man, because it's destined. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be around it and to be and say that that's my blood, man, because I know it's gonna happen.
Master C, so I've said your name in rooms when I've sat in the room with executives, and I think we was on the phone the other day with somebody. Was it from Empire? But it was Universal, and I mentioned your name, and they go, "What Master C?" They like Master C, Master C. I want to tell you that that's happened 3 times, so I can't wait to meet you because you must be the godfather of New Haven.
I ain't the godfather of New Haven, but I'm up there though.
Yeah, nah, baby.
I'm up there.
Can I ask you something?
Time, man.
What made you?
I have my time.
As I listen to you talk about your relationship with your son and how that made you kind of stay on your toes, it actually makes you not do the things you ain't supposed to do because you want to keep your relationship with your son. What makes you keep your bond so close with your kids? How did you manage being an excellent father behind bars? How did you manage that?
Well, shout out to wifey, man. Like, she keeps the tie burning, man. And my son, of all my kids, go to Dom, man. You know, like I told you, man, he really played a big role in my life as far as about family. Like, you know, when I was young, this is something I always wanted, but I forgot that. You know what I'm saying? Being blinded by the street life. And to have a son, man, that's making it happen, man, and still showing me the principles and morals about family, man, and the tide of it, man, like, that makes me reflect back when I was a kid. So I give all shout out to my son with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, without him, man, I don't know where this thing would have went. You know what I'm saying? My wife probably would have left me. My son probably would have went left field. I probably would have been in here wilding. I'm trying to get home to him, make it home to him, man. So I'm letting a lot of stuff go. I just know I'll be there, man, real soon, man.
Look, every time, so when we thought you was coming home, he was like, his face got very disappointed. So when he found out you had like 14 to 15 months left, he was like, Munch, we got like 14, 15 months. I said, that's the right thing. We gonna make it happen. He was like, nah, it's all right. It's just motivation. All I mean is we got 14 to 15 more months to make it. Because before he come home, I'm making it. So you don't do anything but fuel the fire for him. Nothing about what's happened with you, I don't feel like has made a negative impact on your son at all. I think he's bottled everything you've done up and put it into music and made the most for his life. And he doesn't shoot guns. He's not outside fighting. He let everything go because he's very humble. If you guys are anything like each other, there's some beautiful men in your family, is what I want to say.
I want to say this, right? I remember doing my first bid, and I came to jail broke. I was being, how can I say it, misled on the streets. Dudes was taking advantage of me because I was young. So I did a bid broke, using gel deodorant, gel toothpaste, stuff like that. So being in that cell and watching other people enjoy themselves, and I'm in there and I could enjoy myself, I'm like, this will never happen to me again. So I remember my last days watching television and all the dudes that was big time dudes that was around me, and I told them, I said, yo, man, I'm going home to sell mad drugs, and I'm going to be a big time rapper, right? And when they seen that happen, they was like, yo, he went home and did that. And I kind of feel that way when my son tell me things. I be saying to myself, if he's just a tiny bit like me, what he say is going to come true. And I do believe everything my son tells me. So when he be telling me stuff, I run with it. Because I know whatever my son tells me, it's going to happen.
And he make it happen. Can I tell you that he says that he get his rapping and his love for rapping from you. I haven't seen you rap, so what I'm going to say is I don't know if I could give you a beat as fast as I give a beat to school, and you're going to turn the song around quickly. Can you make songs fast like your son?
Yeah, I wrote a song in 1999 in 30 minutes to a soundtrack called Deep Blue Sea. They walked me in the studio, and they was like, listen, we got a soundtrack, man. Can you write to it? I said, yeah, I can write to it. They was like, no. We need to put the beat on now, and you need to write to it. I said, well, what am I going to be writing about? They said, sharks. I said, I know nothing about a shark. I said, but what I can do is I can write a song that'll be hot. And they said, okay, let's do it. And they ended up making it the second song on the Deep Blue Sea soundtrack because they said it was one of the best songs on the soundtrack.
I don't know why I asked him that because he got something for everything. For real. Call me back, Master C. Call me back. Can you call us back?
I love you too. I don't know.
Shit, I love you too, Master C.
Using security.
Shit, don't go. Don't go.
That's it.
That was fire. Come on, man. Get it, Theo. Fucking clap it up. Shit. He clapping up for other shit. Woo! Come over here, da-da-da. Come over here. What was that like? Oh, now he don't want to get over here because his eyes is boiled up in his red. Look like his eye, like he was over a stove. How you feeling, mama?
I'm good. That's an everyday thing.
They talk alike.
Yeah.
The voice to everything.
They look alike too.
And witty alike. And he got something to say quick as a motherfucker like the da-da-da.
Yeah, he talks a lot. But he good though.
How you handle all of that energy when it's in the house?
Oh God. We go at it. I remember them days. I don't miss them days, but yeah, he's an alpha male big time, and he's just too much.
He's very alpha too.
Yeah.
He's and he's a Gemini.
Yeah.
My son is a Gemini. I'm not looking forward to it. He is a big baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's safe to say? Mm-hmm. Yo. So, all right, mama, is there anything you want to say to your son? I'm also going to allow you I'm going to give you the platform too before this is over because I want you to be able to speak to women who are dating men incarcerated who are considered marrying. So actually, we could do that first. If you could go back, right?
Okay.
Don't even go back. What would you say to a young lady right now who's about to do 35 years?
A 35-year bid?
With somebody. Or 20, let's just say a 20-year bid. Let's take 20 because 15, y'all was out in the free world. A young lady is about to do what you did or have been doing.
All I can say is it's all in the background. If it's, how long they've been together before that situation happened. And you got to make sure it's something you want to do. You can't go and playing with it and say, oh, I'm going to be here, then I'm going to sleep with somebody and tomorrow. No, if that's what you're going to do, if that's what you feel in your heart, that's what you do. But don't do something you don't want to do because it can get crazy.
And the journey is so long and you're really committing yourself to almost being incarcerated out here in the free world.
That's pretty much it. Mm-hmm.
Because you can't miss them phone calls and stuff, can you?
God forbid
Y'all
I
got to
do.
be willing to... What she said?
Get
in the camera, big baby. Come on, because your sister
Shawnice.
know you crying. Come on. Shawnice, he done walked out, he done came back, he
Come
went up
on,
the
you big
staircase, got
baby.
in the freight elevator. He did a lot of shit.
He's talking about, man. They did it, man.
Ah.
It's okay, come on, it's all good. Enjoy some gibberish.
Man.
School, let me ask you this. How did it feel hearing your father say, what you missed a good portion when he said, you're his best friend. He said, without you, he knows for a fact his wife would have left him and all kinds of stuff. He says, you are the reason, damn near, that he's breathing and feels comfortable to breathe. How does that make you feel?
Feel good, man.
Love you, Jay.
Man, it feel good to have a father that care for you. Because I got friends that don't even know who their father is.
That part.
For real, for real.
And so for you, you don't have that problem. So like when I see, and this is what I was saying on my live the other day, fathers who are not incarcerated and the son don't or the daughter don't love them like this, what the fuck are you doing? For real. What are you doing?
Kids, man. Take care of your kids out there, people.
You can still influence them from behind bars. If you work and you're in the army, you can influence them from over there. We don't want to hear that shit. Children need their dad. And shout out to women like Mama Battle. The last name speaks for itself, right? Because you're ready for war.
Yeah.
And you go,
Battle.
you get what I'm saying?
The end of the story gets much better, though. We're going to live happily ever after.
That part.
Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. You understand? In school, you got anything on the horizon?
We got everything on the horizon. Everything's going up. Just keep watching.
That's it.
Yeah, the Munchie way. I'm on.
Yeah, Scoot da. So, I just want to thank you, Scoot, for sharing your mother with me. Again, if we wasn't managing Scoot and we didn't work with him in this capacity, I would have never even knew that this story exists. I want to know that he had a fine mother like this who's loyal as ever. Let me tell you something real quick. And, because honestly, you got to like really talk about it. The trickle down effect of how loyal you guys are speaks to his level of loyalty. There was so many windows where your son could have either been disloyal to me or just did some bullshit.
Yeah, never.
And he's never done it. This guy will call me, Munch. You wouldn't believe this. Or he'll be like, man, call my manager. He don't fuck around. You did an excellent job. I don't really know Shawnice like that, but I have seen that, she has a journey too, like a weight loss journey.
Yes.
She just started her classes or what have you. Because I had to dig into y'all to see what was going on. I really wanted to have her up here because I wanted to get the opportunity.
She would have loved to come, but like I said, she just started being a coach. So.
But she lost so much weight, the classes are filling up.
Yes.
Can you plug the name of her classes in? Because I like to give love to everybody.
Definitely.
So please, could you tell them how to find Shawnice if they want to do those classes?
Well, you can reach her on Facebook at Shawnice Battle Warney on Facebook.
And they're doing line dancing, right?
No.
Stepping?
Stepping, right, Shoulda?
Step classes.
Extreme stepping.
Yeah, okay.
Extreme stepping.
Yeah. And so with that being said, as a family, they got trucking business going on. We wiping ass. We got the food truck where, we got music going on. We got the management production company on its way. We got a series coming out. All kinds of shit. It's going to be very, very beautiful, but we're going up, and it's going to be very, very, very nice. And so with that being said, Mama Battle, I thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And
Appreciate
the platform appreciates you and your vulnerability.
Yeah.
We had a nice amount of shares and so forth, so I'm quite sure people tapped into your story.
Yeah.
If you have a really good story and you want to share with us and you feel like it's newsworthy and you hit home, for somebody, please feel free to DM me and let me know what's going on. Sean Quay, please stop laughing at me. I like to do plugs, and so I always plug away. So as we end this show, shout out to Gorilla Lemonade. I didn't kill the lemonade. The lemonade is almost done, but shout out to Gorilla Lemonade. And shout out to... Mama, I'm done with you and your son. Y'all can get up out of here. Shout out to the gas code. Gas code makes sure that my clothes and my garments are straight and my lungs are straight. They also dressed Scoonta Dawn when he went out to Atlanta, and then he did his big one for us like he always does. Shout out to you, Theo. I don't know what you did to the screen. I don't know if there's noise reduction that you did. My face and skin look beautiful. Very, very glowy. Very, very demure.
Hi, Faye.
So, who's that?
Another coworker.
Somebody said I felt that. What? My dad raised me by himself. Yeah, and I'm going, okay, that's what's up. There's a lot of
Joanna, love you,
there's
my
a lot of
sister,
single
John.
dads and all that
I
out there.
support you.
Yeah,
I
we
love
do
y'all
thing.
too.
We love y'all, Mama.
Yes.
And let's throw up the 8. Cause I know you did that shit that
You
year.
did.
I said, Mama, throw up the. This is the mother of Mr. Exit,
8.
the Munchie way. Yeah.
How could you turn your back on me?
Crazy.
Your back on me. You let me down.
Betrayal is like the worst. They don't come from it come from somebody, you know what I mean?